Hey good people, good souls. Hope you're enjoying your spiritual journey in your human experience. I'm just following up from a video I did yesterday. Started out about limerance, which I've been doing a little bit more work around that this morning. It's my birthday today, 60 years old, 60 years young. Walking barefoot in the park, being a peace-loving, tree-hugging hippie. And making some changes in my growth, the conscious expansion, choosing a path of healing, wholeness, growth. Comes with a bit of discomfort, more than a bit of discomfort and pain. Yesterday I touched on a little bit of a story that I had about a woman that I met that I ended up limerancing on, and you know, these things come up as a result of our attachment wounds, trauma, wounding from childhood, and sometimes it's easy for me to get embarrassed. I think if other men listen to this, I think, you know, what will they think of me, you know. I'm just wanting to be authentic and real and true. I understand and I do identify with this limerence type stuff. It's having a fantasy relationship, a fantasy romance with someone that is not proactive, not willing to play the game of tennis or dig the garden. I'm stealing that line from another video that I was listening to this morning, and I thoroughly recommend listening to that. Dude by the name of Dr. Alan Robage, and he's really good about romantic fantasy, romantic bonds, etc. So you probably would have heard the idea of people can be in love with the idea of love. And this idea, for me, in my experience, or how I'm experiencing it at the moment, when I'm early in bed this morning doing my meditations and doing things, if you can imagine, if you will, a bubble, a sphere, you know, like a bubble when you put something in dishwashing liquid and you blow a bubble, and it's got that film, that shiny film, and that plasticity about it, and the it's like a membrane. It's like a membrane, and it's very smooth, etc. And so I visualize this as the idea of the romance. Now, I just also want to add too that being in a limerent, or having a limerent object, does not mean that I don't believe that it means that all of the feelings are phony or false. There may well be some genuine feelings of affection and adoration towards a person in a romantic context. But you know, it is difficult sometimes too, because if you're familiar with terms like breadcrumbing, you know, the table dogs that just wait around for the crumbs of love, so to speak, will put up with a lot of stuff for that day when he or she just says, I love you, I approve of you, gives you a big cuddle, a kiss and a pat on the head. Anyway, I'm sharing this, you know, I don't find this disclosure distasteful in any way. It's where I'm at, it's the real truth of it, and it may help somebody else, and I'm not doing it with any kind of be great if someone got help, you know. but I'm doing it for the sake of doing it. I'm recording my own recovery. So this morning I was doing a little bit of obsession about, can your limerant object assist you in your recovery? Especially if you're a spiritual being and, you know, you're into that whole spirituality and energies and frequencies. Can they help you? And, you know, thinking about getting back to that bubble and that membrane and that thing I was talking about before. This morning I visualized, I also want to create a picture for you if you can visualize the backbone of a butchered animal for the purposes of eating, like the spine of a cow or a pig or whatever it is, and you can see how the meat has been carved away from the bone and just exposes the spine. And I feel like this bubble, this membrane, this idea of love, romance, eroticism, etc., etc., was attached to my spine. And I was talking to my God about it, and I was doing my meditations, and I didn't want to let her go. I didn't want to let her go. And I went through a whole series of what would it mean if she reached out to me? What would I make that mean if she reached out to me, got in touch with me again, and validated me? You know, I would attach a meaning to that yeah, I'm actually a worthwhile person. I mean something. I'm valid. I'm not invisible. And it gives a sense of wholeness, a validity, reason to my presence here in this planet, in this world. Factoring in all sorts of things, but you know, when you listen to things like law of attraction or law of projection and stuff, and you've got this image and this picture of this person, because most people come into law of attraction, law of projection, they usually want to manifest both love and money. It's usually, those are usually the two biggies. They want to manifest a loving romantic partner, or they want to manifest financial abundance, etc., etc. And we all have underlying stories and vibrations about that. And you know, the law of attraction stuff is really quite difficult, because it's always about keeping a high vibration, you know, and I'm not about keeping a high vibration so much as I am keeping a fucking real one, being authentic. I don't want to deny, suppress and disown my own authentic emotional feelings, thoughts, etc. You know, it's like I said yesterday, there's that phrase, I want to be a participant in my own recovery. I want to be proactive in it. So anyway, going back to releasing this bubble early this morning, knowing that, you know, I stand on the precipice, I stand on the edge of the abyss, and I face the fact that I am in fact alone. And even though we're all connected, I have very good friends, I have people that love me, but I have to stand on my own 2 feet. It's my birthday today, I've had people loving me and reaching out to me, but there's that romantic element that is missing from my life. And so it is difficult when, you know, with the law of attraction stuff, and it says, you know, you keep this image in your mind, you hold that vibration, you keep believing for it, you believe against all the odds, you believe, you know, because you project out and we create our own reality, and, you know, all of life is just a projection, and you know, hold this image of this person, hold the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard says. Imagine what it's like if she called me and hugged me and loved me and kissed me, and you know how wonderful that would feel, and that we're supposed to get into that vibration and feel that and hold that and love that, you know, and that will manifest or bring it about. But there's another guy that I've been listening to too about Aaron. His name's Aaron Doty, and you know, we have to let go of this stuff, because I have to let go of this stuff, not we, I have to. Because a lot of it, that desperation vibration, that wanting it, that strong desire is coming from a place of real scarcity. You know, real scarcity, and I am guilty of being one of the harshest cynics in my life. I've identified with being a cynic, and you know, bulking against the system. But yeah, look, I really hope this helps, and I just, as I say, today I made the decision within the last half an hour to do something that I didn't actually think I'd do, because, again, quoting from a dude called Neville Goddard, everyone is you pushed out, everything is a reflection, we're all connected, etc., etc. I felt like blocking this person, not because she's a bad person. There's nothing bad about her. And that's a reflection on myself as well. I resisted blocking her because I didn't want to block that aspect, or that fragment, or that shadow aspect, or whatever it is, of myself. But I've now done it. I've now blocked her on social media, and I've blocked the phone number. And almost virtually impossible, because I'm not in contact with her by email or WhatsApp or any other bloody thing. So, you know, coming to the harsh reality and to accept the truth of the fact that this person doesn't want to be in my life, and has made no proactive investment, doesn't want to till the soil with me, doesn't want to play the game of tennis, you know, no initiation of contact. It's all a one-way street. Now, I dare say that, and the woman told me that she's very scared of love. She's scared of it. So, you know, but I've had to block it so that I've had to block her so that I can pivot and face the abyss that I have to face. It's almost like a bad ayahuasca trip, you know. It's like it's got to be done, and it's hurt me, and I feel a bit of freedom in that. And you know, there's often people will say it's meant to be, it'll be, and all the rest of it. I just need to fully let go of that and be in my own frame and continue to do the things that I want to do. And one of the things I mentioned yesterday is I want to start doing these videos and live out my life, and hopefully it will be of assistance and help to you, and if not you, maybe someone you know. Anyway, as usual, I'm holding my shoes and my jacket over my shoulder, and I'll just drop them for my little rock on. Peace out. See you next time.